Hello, everybody, and welcome to the January 14th edition of Speak That Talks. As always, I'm so excited to go live on a Thursday evening. So thank you all in advance for tuning in. There's still time to invite people, share this. Also, consider hosting a watch party because we are going to have a pretty fun, inspiring, and motivating time today. We will go live in 30 seconds. Wow, I say that 30 seconds goes by fast every single week. So thank you all for tuning in and welcome to another edition of Speak That Talks. For those of you who do not know, my name is Tiara M. Tucker, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tiara PR Network, LLC, my PR boutique firm based in Dallas. And I am also the creator and now president of Speak That Movement, which is the nonprofit organization that will empower and equip professional women in business desiring to live their best lives as we combat mental health and social injustices along the way. So thank you all for tuning in to my other baby, which is Speak That Talks, the unscripted, unfiltered, and uncensored live show where every single week for the past 37 weeks, I've went live and I bring in different speakers from all over the country. And last week, outside of the country, when a special guest by the name of Deborah tuned in as a special guest speaker from the United Kingdom. So as you can see, Speak That Movement is making its rounds. So again, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you all want to learn more about Speak That Movement, please visit my website, which is speakthatmovement.com. And also, if you want to learn more about the PR firm, you can visit tiaraprnetwork.com. So just to let you know how Speak That Talks goes, live, interactive, participation is key. So let's virtually connect and socialize. We want all of you to be a part of this conversation. So go to Speak That Movement, either on Facebook or YouTube. And that's how you become a part of this live audience. You can share your name, you can share your city, you can share your comments, and we will pull them in throughout the show. So go ahead and let us know who's out there. Let us know what city you're representing. And we're going to get this show started. So I'm really excited about today's show because I have some very special women who will be joining today. These are women that I am just so blessed to know. We have a long, rich history together. And I would like to say that we collectively are Delta Divas. So shout out to all of the devastating Deltas of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And as I know many of you know, when we flooded the timelines on social media yesterday was the Founders Day for Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So it only felt right to celebrate J13 today on Thursday during Speak That Talks and bring in some of my favorite Deltas, the women who made it all possible for me when we all became Deltas together. So again, before I pull them up, thank you all. Welcome to Speak That Talks. Let us know you're out there. I see you, fearless, eccentric soul. Thank you for tuning in. I see you out there, Bobby, representing the home state of Illinois, representing Bourbonnais. I see you out there, Soror. Happy Founders Day to you as well, T, representing Chicago, Illinois in the building. And hello out there, Lanita, one of the Speak That Movement board members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Representing the Bloomington Normal area where Speak That Movement all started. Oh, and we have a very special person. Miss Brianne Dale from Chicago. And I'm going to mention a little bit more about her once I bring up all of the other ladies. So thank you all for tuning in. What's up, Normal, Illinois? I see you all are coming in. Shout out Miss Ebony. And we're going to shout you out a little bit more too, my sister. Ebony representing New Jersey. But like she said, Chicago will always be home. So as you can see, we're pulling up people from all over the country. I see some of you out there as well. Let us know you're out there throughout the show. So without further ado, I am going to just get this show started because I know we don't have a lot of time. I have some very special guest speakers, like I mentioned, and I'm going to bring them up one by one. My line sisters. So I'm going to say this too, that not all of them are joining us on the show today, but they all will be tuning in, supporting, so you'll hear us shout them out throughout. So Nadine is my ship number 2. Keli Avery, ship number 4. Erika McCall, ship number 7. And Sarena, my ship number 8, the anchor. So one by one, I'm going to bring them up, and I hope that you all will help me give them a very warm welcome on Speak That Talks. Welcome, Nadine.
Hi, good to see you.
Hey, Ship.
Hi, Ship. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone, for supporting. I'm here in the Northeast, and I'm feeling the love all over the country.
That's right. Well, thank you for bringing that East Coast love. I love it. We got the Biggie Smalls love on the East Coast with Nadine, and we're going to work our way on over to the West Coast. We're going to bring some of that Tupac love. Hello, Miss Erika.
Hello.
So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How are you?
I cannot complain. It is a new year and a new day, and I have all of you with me. So we're going to keep it moving. I kind of skipped, I know, because I want to go from the East Coast to the West Coast. So now I'm going to go back to Chicago. So we're going to start, and we're going to bring up Chef Keli Avery. Hey, Keli.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. I'm super excited. I love y'all.
Yes. All right. So we're going to come back. We're going to stay in Chicago for a minute, and we're going to bring up the next guest, Miss Sarena Newby.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
So we are all here, and we are about to just have a nice girl talk, ship talk, sister talk, whatever you want to call it. And we want all of you tuning in. And I see that more of you have tuned in. As Lanita said, let us know, what city are you repping? Hello, Nicole Taylor. Hey, happy Founders Day. Thank you for that message. Let's see. Hey there, y'all. My mom's on.
Hey,
Mom.
Janice representing Texas by way of the hometown of Kankakee, Illinois. Always a pleasure to have her on. All right, y'all. I think we're gonna have a live one today. Oh, I gotta shout this one out. I'm gonna be judged by Sanders, but I gotta just say what it is. I gotta recognize one of my favorite brothers of Omega Psi Phi, and I love them all. But what's up,
Hey, AG.
Hey, AG.
How you doing?
Thank you for tuning in. And hey there, how you doing representing Maryland, y'all? As you see, we're going to have a live one today.
We do.
And thank you, Ebony. Ebony is our captain. Ebony, we love you. And we are so happy you're here with us virtually.
Yes.
We love you. Yeah.
Yes. All right, y'all. So let's get right to it. Like I'm telling you, I can see already we're going to have a live one. We have a lot of people tuning in. If you all right now are watching from any of our personal pages, let's virtually connect. Come on over to the Speak That Movement page on Facebook or YouTube. Come on over to this one because this is where it's going down, and we're going to pull you into the conversation. I see you all out there on my personal page. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Crystal. Hey, all of y'all. Come on over to the Speak That Movement page. All right, ships. Let's get right down to it. So first of all, Happy J13.
Yeah.
Yes,
Founders Day.
Yes. So let me ask you all. Yesterday was our Founders Day.
Mm-hmm.
How did it feel? How did you all feel yesterday?
Well, I would say, seeing we're in a pandemic, it was a different type of celebration.
Absolutely.
Here in California, because everything is shut down, but I was able to celebrate with the soror from St. Louis. Shout out to Chanel Boyd. So we had a good time, had some Indian food and some champagne. And, you know, it's always good to know that there's sorors everywhere.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
And-
it was really different this year. Usually we all gather. We know that usually we all gather and have big celebrations trying to do old strolls on these old bones. But I really enjoyed, we did have a virtual Founders Day celebration with the Chicago Alumni Chapter yesterday, and it was really great. Local and national celebrities just shouting us out in the videos. It was everything. And then our Delta box gift was nice. So being home, being safe, that's first and foremost important, but we were still able to celebrate.
Yeah, same for me. Usually, me and my sister T, we're known as the dynamic duo, and we normally throw an amazing Founders Day party for the
Absolutely.
last years. So it was a little different this year because we weren't able to celebrate in that way. However, we were able to get together and engage and have a good time. I was actually hanging out with some of our Theta Delta sorors, Arlene and Randy and Drea and Mo. And so we actually made up a stroll yesterday, guys.
Wow. Okay.
Share.
Speaking of Mo, before we go to you.
Yes.
Shout out. Hey, boo.
Hey,
We see
Mo.
you.
Hey, Mom.
Yep. So we got together and we made up a stroll. That felt really good. And then I was also able to drive on past and celebrate with some of my new chapter sorors from CMAC, the Chicago Metropolitan Alumni Chapter, which I am a charter member. And it's been very reflective for me yesterday as Founders Day, just from where, we've come from to where we are now, and just meeting new sorors even along the way. And it's been great. So it was different, but always still a good time when I'm in the presence of my sorors.
And to add on to what Keli said, like for me, it was all virtual, of course, due to the situation that we're in. But I did make new connections. And it felt really empowering if you reflect back on 108 years and all of the history that has been made and just the possibilities that we know that we can do because of the great women that came before us and are still amongst us.
Yes, nicely put. So it sounds like even during the pandemic, some of us found ways to still get together. Some of us just connected virtually. And if we didn't do anything else yesterday, the Deltas flooded the timelines on social media.
It's the national holiday. Even my coworkers come on my first meeting of the day. Happy Founders Day. And they're not even really Greek. They know.
That's right. Mm-hmm. A special shout out to all of the Theta Delta.
Yes. Ain't no Delta like a Theta Delta.
Right, representing Illinois State University in Bloomington Normal, Illinois. So, ladies, I just wanted for us to acknowledge this amazing organization that we're a part of. So, I also want us to go down memory lane a little. We're not gonna get too deep, but it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. And so, in particular, I just had to show this because when I think about our journey, this, well, first of all. It's just an honor to see us like this, where we're all just representing, doing our thing, and able to come on this platform because we're all just, doing wonderful things, including the ships that aren't with us. But also, I wanted to talk a little bit about Greek life.
Okay.
So, when we think back to Illinois State University, we were in our 20s, Greek life, we were running the yard, weren't we?
We were now.
So tell us, what's one of your favorite memories regarding Greek life when we were in college?
I'll start. It was the step show when we came together. OMG, like, you know, we came back and, you know, we had a full yard, you know, because as we know, Illinois State had its ups and downs, but when we literally got a full yard and we were able to participate in Greek scene and we did the schoolgirl thing, step show, it was like amazing, off the chain. And we had like 20 sorors up there stepping. It was something crazy, but we had people from everywhere coming around and support, you know, when the cues finally came back to the yard. It was just amazing when we were there to actually, because my freshman year wasn't a full yard. So, you know, as we began to, you know, increase our presence, you know, everyone came back and it was a good time. That's one of the most memorable times for me is Greek scene.
Mm-hmm. And you were helping us, like you got us in shape.
I'm playing no games, and I still don't. The that are on the line, no, they know I'm Big Sister Precise. Get it right, we ain't gonna be here all night.
And you have won some national championships, right?
Yep, Centennial.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Any other great memories from the college days?
I would say we've had a lot of great memories.
A whole lot.
That were, you know, just doing the Delta business and just doing the work on campus. But I feel like, you know, I don't feel like I'm being biased, but we really stood out. You know, there's other sororities, but we took it seriously. We would go in those parties. We had to have our heels and our hair had to be done. And just strolling, you know, I still love attitude. That's my stroll, you know. I feel like we really stood out as women, you know, and so that was such a huge part of my life, and just glad that I was able to do that with you all.
Yeah, we had plenty of wonderful memories back at ISU. I will say though, the one that I got the most adrenaline rush from would definitely be our first step show that we won first place, might I add.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was just so great. Just the energy on campus. I think people were excited, like Keli was saying, having a like Greek life really, really present on the campus, and everyone can see a variety of the whole Greek life. And it was just so much fun. It was so great. And just definitely getting to develop these friendships and this sisterhood with you ladies. I wouldn't have it no other way. Like, we've come a long way from being in Candace's dorm room. Hey,
Yes. Yes,
to
we
the things
have.
that we do now, and how like sisterly we are, and how we just love on each other from coast to coast, because we're all over right now.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to add one last thing to that too. This stands out is, so we crossed an interesting time when it was like no more neophytes and all of this. I don't know if we can say this, but we're like, we're going to have something. We're going to have a coming out show. And we
that's right.
invited family from near and far and had our show. And I remember being so excited because I made up one routine, you know, off of Kanye's School Spirit. And that was such a good time because you really, I mean, we marched to the beat of our own drums.
We did.
Together.
Some of our pro-fights may think, you know, yeah.
That DSS Epitome 8 went rogue.
And you know what? I want to add something to that, because we marched our own drum. We were enjoying life, but we also were handling our business. And I'm going to let you go, Nadine, too. But I want to say one of my fondest memories was when we actually held a march, a social justice march on campus. And we won a social justice award that year. We invited all of the Greeks, all of the registered student organizations, despite their race, their nationality, their purpose. And we marched on the campus of Illinois State University. And it was in honor of the Women's Suffrage March that we marched in, well, not us, but we marched in many, many years ago as an organization. So our GPAs were on point.
Yeah.
Scholastically, we were on point. So that's why we like to say we ran that yard. So
and I would add on to everything that everyone says. I agree with. Great memories. I just remember the first day was official when we actually crossed, and it was kind of surreal. Like, we're legit now. Like, this is for real. And it just felt, it was a celebration, and the campus embraced us. It was one of the best memories I think I had as a undergrad. It was really fun.
Yeah.
And we could freely wear red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was real.
Now, like, I can call you soror. I remember.
Yes. And also, I want to say again, shout out to some of our profiles that are on. Shout out to some of our neos that are watching right now. And I have another special guest. I want to pull up her comment. Our other ship, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
She's watching from YouTube.
Yes. Shout out. We love you too, our number 5. So thank you for tuning in as well. And I also, again, some of you are probably wondering, DJ AG, well, that's who he is. He was our DJ back then. So from the jump, and he was actually DJing before he was an Omega. So we have bonds to this day. And I'm going to give this special shout out, the Speak That Movement calendar that you see. DJ AG, graphic designer AG, also created the cover for me. So we have bonds and we have life. So we have another special shout out, Miss Winter Jackson.
Walk on water, walk on water.
So Winter,
that's her signature move.
One of our profiles. So Winter, Bree, Mo, we see y'all, and we know there's others out there. So thank y'all for tuning in, as always, showing us love. So ladies, I'm gonna show this because we're talking about this, and I know everybody watching is not Greek, but I want to get some reaction to this one right here.
I knew this was coming.
This is what I expected. Yeah,
I knew it. I was waiting for it
too. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
The glow is real.
So when you see that picture, that was April 19th, 2003, baby. We were leaning with it, rocking with it.
Ooh, look rough.
And looking extra rough at that.
But look at us now.
Look at us now.
But you know what? One thing I will say is that even in that moment, every time I see that picture, because Keli makes it her business every year to post that photo, okay?
Yes, she does.
I love it because in that moment, that's when we became Delta women.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It was hard work and it showed on our faces. But in that moment, I will forever love that particular photo. So bring it up every year, Ship. Bring it up every year.
I don't know, because our captain just said, stop with the pictures. No, Eb, I just think this picture is part of our legacy.
Absolutely. That's the start. Well, thank you, Bessie. She said she loved it.
And T said that we look great. Everybody has that love picture.
I just know that white was so dingy.
It was cream.
So dingy.
It was cream. We finally made it over. It was cream at that time.
It was so dingy.
Well, on the sound of that tone, I think we're going to move on to another hot topic. So for those of you who are tuning in for Speak That Talks for the first time, Speak That Talks is a show that I started 37 weeks ago, just because there was so much going on in the world. We were dealing with COVID-19, quarantine life. We were dealing with the blatant social injustices and police brutalities. And I wanted to be a voice to the voiceless and bring in people all over the country to talk about what we were feeling without feeling like we had to be silent. So 37 weeks later, we're still empowering and inspiring and educating and all that good stuff. So we talked a little bit about J13. We talked a little bit about Greek life. So I want to shift gears a little. And I want us to talk about something else that's connected to all of us as well. Dreams manifestation. So we can very well say that becoming Deltas, that was a dream and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that we've also had so many other dreams over the years. So I would love just to hear from you all one by one, you know, maybe briefly, just talk about, you know, from 2003 to now, what manifesting your dreams has meant to you, other dreams.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm a powerful manifester because I definitely believe in visualizing what you want. And you have to believe in yourself even when other people don't see it for you, because some people have limiting beliefs. And I've always dreamed big and I always knew what I could do. And some of the things I feel like I manifested was like I always wanted to travel. And I had a very protective mom, so I never had the chance to do it undergrad. As soon as I graduated, I just started traveling everywhere. My first trip outside of the US was Paris, and it was amazing. I've reinvented myself several times. Now I'm a digital marketer, you know, so I think you have to write it down. I think it's very powerful to write down your goals and to have someone who can hold you accountable. I know this summer when I was transitioning into my new business, I had Sarena who would call me and check on me and encourage me and give me tips. And Erika too, like everyone, you know, like it's always good to have an accountability partner and to dream it and to write it down and to believe it.
Absolutely. I'll chime in here and talk about a little acronym, something that I saw a long time that I've carried along the way when it comes to dream: dedication, responsibility, education, attitude, and motivation. You need all of that to push a dream forward. No matter where you are in the process of manifesting that dream, you need all of those things to make it happen. Even me, I have some things that I've been dreaming of. I've written them down, and I'm at different steps with those things, and they will be manifested very, very soon. But those are the driving forces to me for anyone with any type of dream. So all you got to do is keep going and keep pushing. And Tiara, you texted me that earlier about something that I mentioned, and I really appreciated it. I really did.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll say for me, you know, I'm big with my faith. And so, you know, the word says faith without works is dead. So I'm all about, you know, execution and action, right? So, you know, for things that I dream of or things that, you know, I envision for my life, I have to do the work. And so I do that by strategizing. I strategize weekly. If you can't, you only see this side of me here, but on the other side of me, I literally have chart paper. I have a whiteboard. I have a calendar. And I look at those daily. So they're in front of me. So my goals are in front of me daily. And so every day I see them and I work towards those goals. When, like you said, you write the vision and you make it plain, speaking that, you know, speaking those things as if they already exist. And so that is huge for me in terms of every accomplishment, you know, where I've been and where I'm going. I see it, I write it. That's how I manifest it. And I speak that, you know, and then I go for mine, you know.
Okay.
I
love how you tie that all together.
So, you know, that is how I manifest my dreams.
Yeah. I think for me, it's knowing that, you know, piggybacking off of Keli, just from a spiritual standpoint, knowing that God gives me the desires of my heart and knowing He put those desires there. A lot of times we think of dreams as something that is impossible to achieve, but really understanding if you're dreaming something, it's because God wants you to actually go and reach that dream. So really just learning how to just own that and walk in it and know that it's coming in due season, and just really owning whatever stage I'm at in that manifestation process.
Yes, beautiful. And when I hear this, I get so excited because I think about what all of you are doing individually. So, you know, Nadine, I think about you, you know, you're an ambassador with the lip bar, right? A black gold.
Right now.
Yes.
Lip bar right now.
Yes.
Shout out to the soror.
So just look at that support. So ambassador of the Lip Bar, and you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing right now, Nadine, in this space.
Sure. I mean, for me, I'm a makeup enthusiast and a skincare enthusiast. I love makeup and skincare. For me, my first love was definitely skincare, because if you don't have great skin, no matter how much makeup you pile on, it's not going to look right, and your confidence is not going to be the same, because sometimes you can't wear makeup all the time. You got to let your skin breathe. And I really believe in supporting Black brands and also being a representative for dark-skinned women, because I think representation is so important. One of the reasons I started was like, I love YouTube and I love watching, makeup videos, but the representation was not there. Everyone kind of looked the same. And I would watch anyone. Like, I'll watch anyone, but it doesn't help me if I can't know what colors you're wearing or what shades you're wearing. So I like to be a representation for other Black women, so that in the beauty space, so that you see that what's possible. And I just feel like that's just half of the problem, is just not a lack of representation. So I want to do my part in promoting Black beauty and promoting Black brands and Black women, so that we are represented. So it's a bit about the why behind what I do.
Awesome. And keep doing what you're doing, because you're making a difference. Your do's and dupes out there. So the best is yet to come. And Erika, obviously, I know your story. We all know your story. But I think that, your go for yours, like that was a dream come true. What started with an idea on a plane, and then it became a book, and now it's a foundation. And then now you have Don't Wait, Create. You have a publishing company. You have a second book. So tell us a little bit about, how your dreams were manifested when you think about all of the things you're working on.
Yeah, well, it's so crazy, because I was thinking the other day, I was like, you really can't put a title on everything that's everything that's going on, everything that's happening right now as far as all of the businesses. And I was like, you know what, maybe I'm just a serial entrepreneur, because there's always, so many ideas, but I would have never in a million years imagined that I would be on a plane, coming from Atlanta with Tiara, going into 2010, just writing quotes in a journal, and it would actually be a book that has changed so many lives, just the stories. And 10 years later, we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary. And so working on a 10-year anniversary edition. But 10 years later, people still want and ask for that book. Even in the pandemic, I sold like 150 copies of Go For Yours in 2020, not advertising or anything, and just knowing that people are still encouraged by the story and by the foundation. So just really excited that I have done what my book spoke about, because I don't know if you all know, but I grew up as a very shy person. That shy person is still, like, that shy little girl is still in me, so I literally had to take what I was writing about in my book and do what I was writing about, because at the time I was talking about people following their dreams, but I was not really following my dream at the moment. So I'm just excited about, more stories that will be shared. You all know that I started my own publishing company and co-wrote a book, All Good, just a week ago, which you guys see the sign right here, with my best friend, Naisha Forbes. We wrote that book, and then Don't Wait, Create. Hey, Naisha. And then, Don't Wait, Create will be next. And there's so many other things. And one thing before I stop talking about all of these things that I'm most excited about is helping other people write their books. And so part of that publishing company is creating a consulting firm for people who want to be authors. And I have done no promo, and I already have like 3 clients with no promotion. And so I'm just really excited about, where God is going to take this, journey in the next 10 years.
Love it. Congratulations. And shout out to you, Naisha. We see you. And shout out to Naisha, because Naisha is on the Speak That Movement website as a model.
Ooh, yeah.
That website. Erika's out there too. And I'm going to be hitting up the rest of you ships. I already want that picture of you, Keli. I already told you. So anybody else out there, if you have a fabulous picture representing a woman that speaks things into existence, let me know, because I want to highlight you on the speakthatmovement.com website. So, Miss Keli, your journey has also been so incredible. I mean, you're like the Delta of the year, like Keli's out there stepping and organizing and just giving back to the community, like so dope, so Chicago, everything.
Yes.
So you have your I won't even call it a dope. It started as a t-shirt line, but it's like a dope empire. And then you have your consulting company. So tell us a little bit more about, you know, what you have going on and how you manifested your dreams.
So I'll say this, you know, I started out actually dancing, right? Everyone knows Keli as the dancer, the stepper, and that's just kind of been who I am, you know. And so when I moved back home to Chicago post-college, I just started kind of teaching dance around the city. And I just saw more than that. I was like, I'm more than just a dance teacher, you know. And I started Creative Eye Arts. And so I started going into the schools, working with after-school programs that didn't have funding for after-school programming and just offering free dance classes to them. And so Creative Eye actually inspired me to work within the community. I work with Chicago Public Schools, Perspective Schools, and I didn't really have any money. So I started selling the t-shirts as a way to, you know, get profit so that I could expand and hire dance teachers because I didn't have any money and it was just me. And so I created this dope t-shirt in my phone one day and it just took off. And the shirt like superseded beyond anything that I ever could imagine. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, we might have something here. And so I separated the entities, you know, from Creative Eye, and I started the Creative Collection, and it has blessed me. So I thank everyone who has supported me over the years. It's been 4 years now. We started in 2016. It's been 4 years, and I'm steady expanding. I'm going to the next level as it relates to just the branding overall. And then this past year, 2020, in the pandemic, actually, you know, it's been crazy. However, I've had a little more time to kind of sit down and reinvent myself. So I then expanded Creative Eye Arts to Creative Eye Consulting Services. I became a certified life coach. And so I was just like, you know, what is it that I want to do? And I want to inspire other entrepreneurs. I am a working entrepreneur. I still have a 9-to-5, but I find time to, you know, also run my businesses. So now I am inspiring others who are looking to start their businesses, coaching, you know, aspiring entrepreneurs or already entrepreneurs who are looking to, you know, brand their business. And so I'm also consulting as well because I still do the programming piece and I've expanded that as well. So, you know, it's the next level. I'm really excited about, you know, the things that the future holds. And I'm just grateful for everyone who has supported me thus far.
Yes. Congrats on everything. And special shout out to everybody out there holding it down with the 9-to-5 corporate gig or educational gig or whatever you're doing 9-to-5, but you're not losing sight of those dreams and those goals and those visions. I rock with y'all. I salute you. And also, Keli, you said something, and I want to shout out this group of people. Shout out the people who started with what seemed like a very small thing, right? Because to me, that is another constant reminder, never lose sight of small beginnings, okay? Because when God is over that,
that's it.
He might have it start small, because if it's too big, we might get too scared and too intimidated by it. But if it starts small and we keep taking those steps of faith, boom.
It's like a seed. It's like a seed. A seed can feed 1,000, but it's very small. And that's what God says, have the faith of a mustard seed. So that's what it is. It's a small seed, and then you can eat fruit from a vine. So don't despise the small beginnings.
Look at you, got some folks out there, some marketing reps.
Yana, Crystal.
Yes, and one thing, I agree with you, Lanita. One thing that we've heard, and we're about to go to Sarena, but in everybody's dream, you know, even with me and Speak That Movement and Tiara PR Network and the things that I'm doing, our ultimate goal is inspiring others. So yeah, we're doing what we're doing more as a vessel, but the greatest joy that we're getting is how it's impacting other people. So shout out. And so Miss Lanita, I'm sorry, thank you for that, Miss Lanita, with all your support. Miss Sarena, it's on you.
And so, just as you said, how we do things that inspire others, that's exactly what I do. When we talk about dreams, manifestation, I've been working in education for almost 16 years. I've had numerous people come to me for education consulting. A lot of people that you see right now on TV around this city, around the country, were my former students who got direct guidance and advice from me. And the one thing I will say, it feels really good when the work that we put in does good for others, which in turn does good for the community. I really, really have a passion for what I do in the education industry. I really have a passion for young people and helping them find their way, because I was that kid that had to find my way on my own. I had assistance from others. However, I really was a go-getter to do things by myself, take the initiative to get those things done. And that's something that I think is important to instill in our young people, so that they know that don't be afraid just because you've never been in a room with these people. But when you get in the room with these people, make sure you stand out and they remember you. So that's one thing that I'm really proud of when we talk about dreams and manifestation, and me being a vessel to help others do just that. And in turn, I have other dreams of my own and other talents that I definitely have. I'm all things creative, all things creative. I consider myself to be a lifestyle creative director. And what that means, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm an educator, I'm a friend, I'm all of these things. And people turn to me for that creative direction in their life, whether it be an event, I style events, whether it be help me come up with the concept. I just had someone reach out to me and say, hey, I'm starting a new business, but I need ideas for the name for this business. These are the types of things that people see me as. And I'm like, wow, I've had so many people come at me from different directions that I didn't even realize that people recognize me to have the talents to do these things. And I'm like, wow, wow, wow. But what is it that I want to do that I can do very well? And the one thing that's happened in this whole pandemic, I have a new baby that's being delivered, and it's called Shades of Motherhood, H-U-E-D. So check me out, join and follow on Instagram. Haven't quite launched yet, but Shades of Motherhood, because I'm a mother of 2 Black boys, and the climate of the world in which we live in right now, I think is extremely important to have a place and a space and a voice, especially for mothers of color. And that's where I'm going with that. And I hope it inspires. I hope that it invites and encourages and motivates other moms to feel that, oh, this is a safe space. We can have discussion. Last year alone, this idea stemmed from my 6-year-old last year asking me about all of these things that were happening to Black people on the news, and you talked about the social justice movement and the things that have happened over this last 5 years, actually. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a lot for a mother to take on when you have to talk to a 6-year-old about these things. So Shades of Motherhood, was born at that time, and we are moving forward. We will be launching this spring with some really great things. So follow me, guys, at Shades_of_Motherhood, H-U-E-D, to learn about these things, and follow me on my journey. We're gonna have some great photos, great events once the world opens back up, and some great products as well.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you as well. You said so many things that just resonated so well. In particular, I want to pull out something that I feel like you spoke on, and that's that walking in your purpose space, where when you're just doing what you do, you're just doing what you love, and then it becomes something that people notice, and then it becomes something that people want to attach to, they want to pull from, and then it can also become something very profitable, whether that's financially profitable, spiritually profitable, or whatever. So to the people out there that are like, wow, I'm loving this, but how did they get started? I just want to say on behalf of everybody, it really started with having a dream, stepping out on faith, even scared, and then always like being willing to reinvent ourselves, right? Tweak some things, change some things, adapt, go left, go right, go forward, go backwards, connect with other people, move away from other people, separate from other people. So it's really an evolution. But to the person out there that's wondering, how do I walk in my purpose? Sarena said something. Even Keli, Nadine, and Erika, when you just go so deep and you figure out what do you love to do, what do you naturally do, what do other people tell you you do so well, whether it's dancing, writing, makeup, inspiring people, being creative, speaking loud, that's a good tip to get you closer to your purpose. And then when you identify that purpose, I encourage you to unapologetically and boldly walk in it all the way. Yes. So we are getting close to the end. We are getting a lot of great shout outs. Yes. Thank you. And yes, congratulations. And to everybody out there, you know, let us know, what are your dreams? What are you dreaming about and speaking into existence in 2021? Let us know what that is so that we can pull you out and shout you out. So let us know. Let us know. So I'm going to move on to another hot topic. And again, if you guys are out there on Facebook or YouTube, come on over to the Speak That Movement page so we can pull you into this conversation. If you're on YouTube, while you're there, subscribe and like the page. So one more topic before we get to a special segment. I want us to just very briefly, I want to hear from each and every one of you on womanhood. So when I think about womanhood and why I wanted this to be a hot topic, we started off, you know, in college, we got to know each other. Our life has been a journey, right? Everybody has had their own individual paths, their own individual journeys, etc. But one thing about Speak That Movement, we're really focused on equipping and empowering and inspiring and uplifting and connecting professional women in business along their journeys. So womanhood. So give me, and I'm putting you all on the spot with this one, but give me a number one tip that you want to offer women who are going through the journey of womanhood and going after their dreams, whether they're a mother, an aunt, a grandmother, no kids, a businesswoman, a community leader, social justice activist, whatever they are, it doesn't matter. But what's one tip from each and every one of you? And I'm going to start with Sarena. I'm going to start with you.
Thank you. I'll gladly start this. The one thing that I think people need to know, women in particular, when we talk about womanhood, don't let anyone define what your womanhood and femininity should be. I think oftentimes we are placed as women and the role we should take throughout womanhood in a box. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different journey and everyone has a different purpose in their role in womanhood and what that is. And I think a lot of times there's a lot of outside noise. Well, you know what? You need to just turn the noise off, you know, the background noise, turn it off and listen to who you are, what you feel, and what you think womanhood should be for you.
Nice. Now, Sarena, you pass it on to another ship.
I will pass it on to Miss Nadine.
Okay. I'm going to Millie Rock off of what you said, Sarena.
Not Millie Rock.
Because I don't want to say So for me, the pandemic taught me to really do better self-care. Because as women, we often take care of everyone else and we push ourselves and we work hard, but we don't always take time to pause and think about, what do I need? Because if we don't take care of ourselves, we won't be able to give back to other people and be our best self. So that's what also my page is about at Do's and Dupes, is to remind you to take care of yourself, because self-care is self-love. And we have to take care of ourselves. So in order for us to be our, you know, walk in our purpose and to fulfill our dreams. Like if you need to get that 8 hours of sleep, do that. If you need to pause and drink water, if you need to turn off your phone for 20 minutes so you can have quiet, and reflect on your day, you need to do that. So that's my tip.
I appreciate that. And that really hits on the mental health space.
Mm-hmm.
That is so important. So, Miss Nadine, who do you want to pass it on to?
I'm going to pass it on to Keli.
Well, actually, that's, I just want to piggyback on what you said. You talked about self-care. I want to talk about self-talk.
Mm.
Who do you say you are? It starts within ourselves. A lot of times, depending upon how you grew up or things that you heard around you, it can define who you are. And that doesn't define who you are or what people say about you or what they call you, growing up. And so I think a lot of times as we discover and reinvent ourselves, we have to tell ourselves who we are. I am beautiful. I am wise. I am strong. I am confident. So we have to tell that to ourselves, and we have to believe it. And it's a mindset shift, right? We have to change our mind about who we think we are. And it starts there. So make sure that your self-talk is in check.
That's right. Speak that, my sister. Well, last but certainly not least, Miss Erika.
I would say one thing that as women that sometimes you can forget to do because we're so busy doing all of these other things is to embrace your womanhood, embrace your sexy, embrace that. And also know that it doesn't have to be defined by superficial terms. And so we live in this world where, sexy is like that super thin, exotic model. But no, embrace every part of you. I know that we are in a pandemic, but sometimes I'll just get dressed up and put something on and just be in the mirror and just enjoying myself. And we need to do more of that, just enjoying and embracing that womanhood.
I love it. I love it. And the comments are rolling in. We have some more of our Neos on. So shout out to all of our Neos out there. We see you out there representing Theta Delta. So, wow, a lot of good takeaways, my ladies. And our profile winner says, come on with the wisdom, ladies. Self-care, self-talk, don't be boxed in, embrace you. Great summary to that. So thank you for that. You were always so smart, winner. That's why we love you. Summarize that up very well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ships, it is time to move on to one of my favorite parts of Speak That Talks. So for every single episode of Speak That Talks, I love to invite my guests to speak life to the audience, to empower and uplift with your words, because this is where I really do believe we have the opportunity and the obligation to transform lives, okay? So this is the part of the show that I like to call the Speak That Speed Round. So this is where we're going to look at the 4 pillars of Speak That movement. And the 4 pillars of Speak That movement, if you do not know, are dream it, believe it, speak it, and walk it. So that is something that we go by with Speak That movement. That is something that we have pulled into our values, our missions, and our purpose to just keep speaking it, dreaming it, walking it, and everything else. So the way that I want to do this, I want to break this up. And I want to have each ship speak on each of the pillars. So we're going to do one that'll speak on dream it, one that'll speak on believe it, one on dream it, believe it, speak it, and walk it. So I'm going to be fair with this one. I'm going to go in just our line order. So representing the East Coast, we're going to have you kick off with dream it.
Okay.
Keli, representing Chi-Town, you'll take believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Erika, representing LA right now, you will take speak it. And Miss Sarena, you're going to close it out.
Oh my God.
And you're going to talk about walk it. So the way this goes, in as few words as possible, I want you all to just speak to everybody out here. And I want you to share with them one by one. Starting with you, Nadine. Dream it.
You can do it. So one of the tips that I have is that you should definitely journal and meditate every day, whether that's closing your eyes and praying and speak it into existence. Don't say, I wish I had. You want to say it with affirmation, like, it's wonderful that I've achieved this goal. It's amazing to be a profitable entrepreneur. Dream it in that sense. And also coaching. That's something I wanted to say. Like, I have several coaches, and those coaches help me to dream bigger, because sometimes we think that we can't do something, and they give you that push that you need. So dream it, write it down, reflect on it, visualize it, see that in the mirror, look at yourself and imagine who you want to be at the next level.
Nicely put. Show some love for Miss Nadine. Give her some hearts, give her some pumps with dreaming. So moving on, Miss Keli Avery. Believe it.
So again, you have to believe in yourself about who you say you are and who you believe that you are and your purpose. You have to have vision in front of you. And you have that vision in front of you will allow you to then move towards your dreams and whatever it is that you've set out to do. I have something that's even right behind me. It says, she believed she could, so she did. So that was right on time. She believed she could, so she did. So I have that on my wall. This is my words of affirmation wall. And I put things around me so I can constantly see it. And then I believe it. I believe that about myself. And so I think that it's very important, as Nadine said, to even write it down, put things in front of you. I don't care if it's just on a Post-it note and you just put it on your computer or put it on your wall. When you see it, you will believe it. You have to have the vision, but when you see the vision and you constantly write it down and it's in front of you, you can move towards that thing. So she believed she could, so she did. Who you are.
That's right. I love that. And I want everybody in the comments right now, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, I want you to put in the comments, I believe I could, so I did. So you put in those comments. And if you want to add your name, Tiara believed she could, so she did. Nadine, whatever, add your name to the comments, and we're going to put this in the atmosphere, person by person. So moving on to speak that movement pillar number 3 with Miss Erika McCall. Speak it.
Speak it. So when it comes to manifestation, it's important to understand that the words that you speak are powerful. So like the scripture says, life and death are in the power of the tongue. And so you can speak word curses against yourself, or you can speak blessings. When you think about where you're at now, it's things that you spoke. So if there's something that you want, speak that into existence. Don't speak the negativity into existence, because sometimes we say, man, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke. And then you end up broke because in some shape or fashion, you have spoken that into existence. And so you have to say, I'm wealthy. I have everything that I'm supposed to have. I'm everything that God wants me to be. When it comes to manifestation, those words are so powerful.
Yes, yes, yes. That's beautiful. And we see you all out there. We see you, ladies. You believed you could, so you did. You believe you can, and you will. That's right. That's right. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We're rocking with y'all, and we're supporting you. So, last but certainly not least, Miss Sarena, we're going to have you take it on home with Speak That Movement pillar number 4. I want you to bless this Speak That Talks audience with your words, describing walk it.
Walk it. So one quote that I took away from one of my high school teachers many years ago is, the biggest thing you can do to hurt someone is to leave them alone. And this includes yourself. When we talk about wanting to do things and dreams and manifestation, when you don't put the motions and the actions in place and you leave yourself alone, it hurts you. So you can't walk it or walk anything if you have left yourself alone. On my wall behind me, I have 2 different canvases. One says dream big, the other one says sparkle more, and then it says shine forever. I believe that those things, and I have them up here just for myself so I can see them every day to remind me that in order to walk it for whatever it is that I want to do, I have to do just those things. Dream big, but you can't just dream. You have to put it into action. Okay. And once you've put it into action, you're in the limelight. Sparkle more. Once you are sparkling and popping, then you'll shine forever. So that's the one thing you need to do. Not leave yourself alone so that your dreams can be manifested in the end. Wow. And you can walk it like you talk it.
I thought about that.
That's all I've been thinking about. I'm not gonna lie. That's all I've been thinking about.
Yeah, it was playing in my head too. You know, that's the theme song for that section. Is that? Come on, y'all. Everybody out there, walk it like you talk it. Walk it like you talk it.
Hey.
If you know one thing about this line, DSS Epitome 8, love it all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, ladies. And you're right, Drea. You knew that was coming.
I couldn't help it. You know, I love music, and it was just in my head.
It was in my head too. I was certainly thinking.
That's it. That's right. Walk it like you talk it. Well, ladies, I have to say thank you so much. And everybody out there, throw some loves out there, throw some pumps, because I don't know about you. I mean, I'm blessed to be around these ladies virtually and have a relationship with them over the years. But for those of you who do not know them, I'm going to say this. Speak That Talks is unscripted, unplanned.
Unscripted.
They didn't know what I was going to be asking them. They didn't know how this was going to go. But this is just the power of a connection. And the power of just when you are living in your purpose or just doing what you love and really wanting to make a difference, which, you know, when we think about our sorority, Delta Sigma Theta, sisterhood, scholarship, service. So even when we're representing those letters or not, we're still dedicated to what we believed in 2003. Okay. And we won't stop. So shout out to everybody out there watching, and we want to encourage you all. You dream it, you believe it, you speak it, and you walk it. So as we close out, ladies, I want you to let everybody know, how can people continue to follow you? How can they support you and be a part of this journey with you? So we'll start with you, Nadine.
Yes, follow me on Instagram at duesandDupes.com. At Dues and Dupes, that's my website. So on my website, you will get information about self-care, beauty, fashion, and follow me on Instagram with the same name, dues.and.dupes at Instagram. So see you there.
Thank you. And if you need some of that lip bar from that Black-owned business, yes, holler at her.
Nadine to save. Yes.
Yes. And use code Nadine.
Yes.
Okay. There you have it.
I'll be using that tonight.
And it works. It's on my lips.
And I have one of the mascara that I got using your code.
Yeah. Yes. I have one there, foundation.
Ooh.
Fast face.
Look beautiful.
So, Miss Keli, how can people support and follow your journey?
So you can actually follow me if you want to buy some dope wear and get dope. You can follow me at shopcreativecollection.com. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at _creative collection. And then also, if you're looking for a coach, you're looking for someone to help you get your dreams off the ground, you can also follow me on Instagram at Creative Eye Consulting. And then my website is creativeeyeconsulting.com.
Got it. Awesome. There you have it. Get that dope gear. Just to say this, when all the ships came to Dallas, so all 8 of us, and I know you haven't seen Candace, but Candace is also on our line. Everybody else is, we're all here together virtually, whether we're talking or behind the scenes, showing love. But Keli made our shirts for our anniversary weekend in Dallas. So I had all my ships here in Dallas, and our shirt said, "My line is dope."
Yep.
So if you need some shirts lines. So Miss Erika, how can people support and follow your journey?
So the 10-year anniversary of Go For Yours is coming up, like I shared. So you can follow that on goforyours.com and follow that journey. We will have some announcements soon as it relates to the foundation and rebranding, and all sorts of things will be coming in the next quarter. And right now, my baby that I have right now is just allgoodjustaweekago.com. And so if you are in the dating game and you need some encouragement by some crazy, funny stories, visit allgoodjustaweekago.com. And you can also use the code ALLGOOD for 10% off your copy when you purchase directly from that site. The book is available on Amazon, anywhere that you can purchase a book. But when you purchase directly from the website, you're also supporting the publishing company. But either way, wherever you purchase, you are supporting the book. But it's full of funny stories. We have some great things coming up with that. We'll be out, if you're in Chicago, we'll be on WGN again next month for a Valentine's Day segment. And yeah, just stay tuned. And then I'm on Instagram, it's just Erika R. McCall.
Yes, and shout out to you and Naisha, and congrats on the book. It's kind of funny. My niece Taylor, she has a copy of the book, and she texts me all the time like, "Is this one your story?" No. I will say I have 2 stories in there, and I'm gonna keep them real anonymous to protect.
Me too.
At the time, but it's all good.
Listen, I get questions all the time. Who is this? And you know, our ships know us so well, so it's like, is this yours? Is this yours? Is this yours? Who is this? I can't tell you.
It's so good.
But you need to buy the book, and you will definitely laugh. So congrats on that. And and last but not least, and I know you did mention some of your efforts already, Sarena, but how can people follow you again and support you?
Yes, in this first quarter of 2021, Shades of Motherhood, HUED, we have melanin, will be dropping. Please follow. My website will also be launching soon. If you go there, it's nothing there but a landing page, but definitely follow me there on Instagram. Have some great things that'll be coming up. Whether you are a mother or not, I think you'll enjoy the content that is to come. Definitely the photos, and when outside opens, events for sure. So definitely hit me up on Instagram and follow at shades_of_motherhood, HUED, because we have different shades of melanin and it's popping.
That's right. And that Black girl magic is popping. Well, my ladies, I thank you so much for your time. This has been fun. I know we'll connect real soon. We'll have our April 19th anniversary coming up real soon.
Woo!
I've lost count, y'all, for real.
I know.
It's 18.
I've lost count of the number of years it'll be.
Oh, it'll be 18. I haven't lost count.
Wow. That's crazy.
Somebody's whole child.
18, I hope.
Right.
So stay tuned, everybody, for DSS Epitome 8. It was so great to see all of you. Thank you for the reminder, Captain Ebony 18. And last but not least, I'm just going to show this one more time to show you who we have become. Yes,
I love it. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
Keli,
love it.
4-door car.
Chevy Cavalier.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh,
I think I had an allergy attack that day.
poor little red.
Nice excuse, Sarena.
Excuses are the tools of the incompetent. Girl, go those who use them build monuments of nothingness. We don't do excuses.
Well, all right, ladies, tell everybody good night, and everybody thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna have some closing words when I have them step behind the scene, but thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody show my Speak That Talks for week 37 some love, some hearts, some follows, some pumps.
Congrats to you, Tiara.
Absolutely, Chef. Thank you for allowing us to come on.
Nonprofit Foundation, all of these amazing things. So congrats.
Thank you for this platform. And all of the powerful creators.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of you ladies. Hashtag newbie beginnings for everyone.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, ladies. So I'm going to close us out. And again, thank you, Nadine. Thank you, Keli. Thank you, Erika. And thank you, Sarena. All right, everybody. Again, thank you so much for tuning in for another week of Speak That Talks. Yes, this is week 37. And I just want to thank everybody that is tuned in from the beginning, or those of you who just pop your head in every blue moon. Just know that it's appreciated and it does not go unnoticed. So for those of you who want to keep watching, join me next Thursday, January 21st, so 21. And it's going to be an exciting day because that week we will be witnessing the first ever Black Vice President of the United States of America. So I want to bring some people on for us to talk about that and celebrate that, because to me, I want everybody out there to know, every woman, the glass ceilings and walls have officially shattered. This is your year to dream it, believe it, speak it, and walk it unapologetically. And don't you let anybody or anyone stop you. So tune in next week to check out that show. And then the following week, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. I've been doing some international shows lately, but I'm going to bring in an international guest from Sweden to close out the month of January. So we'll talk about women empowerment all around the world. So tune in on that week. And then also, we can't just wait till Thursdays or Happy New Year to empower people. So I want to invite you all to grab your Speak That Movement Empowerment calendar. So the 2021 calendar is out, and I am so excited about it because this is yet another year. This is the 4th year of Speak That Movement Empowerment calendars, and you get 12 months of empowerment, talking about putting something on the wall, talking about writing it down, dream manifestation and goals. It's in here. And just to read off the opening quote, in 2021, I will dream bigger than ever because I made it through 2020. So all of you out there, you need to pat yourself on the back because you made it through 2020, and the best is yet to come for you in the new year. So again, if you want to learn more, you know where to go, speakthatmovement.com. You can purchase your calendar, you can purchase your mask. And if you want to donate and be a blessing so that we can empower and touch even more people around the country, then we would love your support as well. Thank you so much for supporting Tiara PR Network, Speak That Movement, and Speak That Talks. And as always, may God bless you and protect you. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.